Hi, I'm Rebecca. Welcome to my sewing room. This is So Be It. I'm working on a project this week of making a jacket, an unlined jacket, even though it looks like it has a lining. I have flat lined lining to the outside fabric, but then I'm just stitching it as I would if it was unlined. One of the steps is to obviously finish the seams. We want to finish the seams so that it doesn't fray, and as you can tell, or as you can see, this fabric does like to fray. The satin obviously would anyways, but the cotton that the jacket is being made out of is a woven fabric, and it likes to fray a lot as well. So I decided that I would like to bind my seam, just a plain binding. The directions that I have in my Singer sewing book, nice old book, say to use this kind is practical for household items like cushions, simple slip covers, and articles made of plastic. But this can be really good in a jacket as well. So that's what I'm doing. After stitching the plain seam, which is what this is, trim the edges to 1/4 of an inch, press. I'm leaving my edges together. I will be pressing my seam after I get it bound so that it stays together and I can bind it all together. Insert both edges into the binder, which is a tool that I don't have. So I'm just going to pin my seam tape to my seam and then stitch, keeping the seam edges into the scroll. It's because I don't have bias tape, I have seam tape. I don't have to worry about the scroll. The seam tape is not going to fray. So, according to this, my first step is to trim my seam. And now we will take our seam binding here and we'll start folding it over like this and putting it in place. It needs to be caught in both sides. Still not. What the heck is going on here? What's going on? Why can't I get this? There we go, finally. Okay. now that we have that all pinned down, we'll go ahead and stitch it. Now, like I was saying, we want it's about as close to the edge of it here as we can get it. See how it looks. And that is how you bind a seam for an unlined jacket, or for anything that you would like to bind a seam with. You can use hem tape like I did. You can use bias tape. Depending on how big your seam is, you could even use like the wider single fold bias tape. So they also have some really thin, it's not bias tape, but it's kind of like a piping that you could use for it. You could bind your seams with many things. So thank you for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that they will always come up in your YouTube. And if you want to be notified every time I post a video, go ahead and hit that bell icon, and YouTube should notify you every time I post. Thank you for watching. Rebecca Sawyer.